Hello, everybody. Welcome to it once again. This is the UnChristian podcast with myself, Ndumiso, and my lovely co-host, my co-pilot. What's your name, Ko? I forgot your name.
Nandipa, Mbatha. That's me. You forgot my name.
I remember now. Good to be with you once again.
Yeah.
Looking good as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for joining us once again on this brand new episode where we try and bring you conversation that is candid, that is open, that's honest. Conversations.
Yes. Unscripted.
Unscripted, yeah. Conversations that sometimes the church doesn't want to have or is unwilling to have. And we are here to be your companion on your walk with God and help you to grow in any way that we can. Once again, as always, I'm excited to get into it.
I'm also excited. I'm very excited, especially about today's topic.
Yes.
What we're talking about.
We're talking about Njolofontein today. Ezotando. Talking about love today. And our topic today is what men want, what women want. I've always heard this, that people or guys will say, I just don't know what women want. And the same thing I hear from women, I don't know what men want. Okay, so what do you want, guys? And we're going to try. Guys, I hope I'm going to do justice to represent you well, brothers. And we're going to talk about what men want as well from love, relationships, whether it's dating, courtship, marriage even, and so forth. What do men want? What do women want?
I think you should answer first.
You think so?
I think so. I think you should tell us what men want.
I will answer a bit, then you answer a bit. Really.
That's fine.
Yeah. And as we go on the way, I really want to really gain a better understanding of the female mind. Gentlemen, stop trying to figure out women. Okay, you'll never know them. Okay,
yeah.
Let's stop there. I don't know if we can say the same thing to women, but guys, the aim is not to understand women completely. The aim is to understand your woman better.
Yeah, true. True.
Because abafani.
That's fine.
Women are fun. And the same woman can change and does change over years. And the same applies for a man. What is said, Nandi, is if you have a partner and you give them faithfully, you give them what they used to need.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And you're wondering, why is it not, what's going on? Why aren't you happy? No, at some point they needed
we evolve.
that. Exactly, that's the point.
Evolve, and you must catch on.
Yes.
You must understand your partner, and
we're allowed to evolve.
We are.
We're allowed to change our minds as people.
Daily we do.
Yeah.
Daily, you can just imagine in a year's time.
Yeah.
I'm no longer the same woman I was 5 years ago. I'm no longer even interested in the same kind of guy I was interested in 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So we evolve as women.
It would be scary if we didn't evolve as people.
Yes.
If we just stayed in one place all the time in our lives. That's a serious sign of stunted growth or just not growing.
Yeah, and anything that is not growing is dead.
It dies. Yeah, it is
dies
dead.
Or it's dead.
Oh, man. So this is going to be illuminating. This is going to be very interesting. At the end of this, we're going to play a nice game before we close it off. But I really hope you guys are enjoying the UnChristian podcast. We are committed to bring you this awesome content every week, and we want to hear from you what you want to hear from us, what you want us to discuss, what you want us to answer, topics that are of interest to you. Remember, nothing is off bounds. Nothing can't be touched. Here we talk everything. It's a safe space here, and we are bold enough to tackle almost everything.
Yes.
Truthfully as we can. Where we don't know, we'll tell you. And where we disagree, even we will disagree, and we'll say, "Antasa, this one, Lena, let's agree to disagree."
Yeah.
But one thing that's so important is, man, things are tough in relationshipville right now.
They are. They are. Even to be in a relationship, it's difficult.
That's what I mean.
And it should not be. That's what I don't understand. It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, but
it's rough.
It is. It is. Obuti abasas sheli.
Ow! I want to talk about that.
Abasas sheli. They breadcrumb us. They throw in the bone. Okay. They just show you interest and then disappear, guys. Come on.
Oh my God.
It works. It works for some women, but not for all women.
Not for all women.
It works. Now the second friend tells me, I think this guy is interested in me.
Yeah.
Did you know what do you mean? You think he's interested in you?
Yeah.
I don't know, because of we were talking on inbox or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Did you get say when a man is interested in you?
Yeah.
You will not be confused. You would not even be asking me what is going on. Or you will not be trying to convince yourself about this guy likes me. You'll know. Because now I'm talking on behalf of Ben.
No, please do, because I need to get your understanding on it, and where maybe I feel that no, here you've got us wrong. I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My understanding is that when a man is interested in you, he will stop at nothing when it comes to pursuing you. Okay. He will pursue you. You will know. He will not. There's this new terminology that I just learned called breadcrumbing.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah. I need to take notes today. Wow.
And it's mostly done by men when they know that they are not yet sure if they can have you. But they think, she looks cute, or yes, and therefore they don't want to be accountable.
Akafuna ukuclaima yet.
Yeah. Akafuni ufuna into ba abanesithi hello sweetheart in your inbox. I'm just making an example. Hi, you look good, or whatever. And do you know what we do, which is wrong as women? Most times when you like a guy, you respond to that.
All right,
when he throws in this, you throw in that.
Okay.
And we help them. Siyawancedisa amadoda.
So when as women, when you entertain that or when you respond, it means that you are also interested.
Yes.
So should I understand, Uguti, when there is not a good response, it means there's no interest?
Yes. It's tricky, Mtaselento. It's tricky. Because I want to say, why are you showing me interest? Or instead of just on challenge?
Checky coast.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Checky coast.
Yeah.
Umhlaba
yeah.
Now that I've responded positively, why are you sitting back?
Here's the thing as well, I'll tell you about us guys. This is just one angle of it, one aspect of it.
Okay.
There is so much deception going on in the online world, Number one, makeup, filters.
Well, we have the same complaint.
What I see
is not what you see in real.
It's not what we see. So I'm trying to, and here's the thing: you can be anyone digitally, virtually. You can be anyone. You can represent yourself in any way. So we're trying to check out: is this for real? Yes. There are men, I'll tell you this now, this is a confession.
Okay.
From a man's perspective. There are times where you can be interested in someone, they're beautiful, they're likable, but you are just not emotionally available at that time.
Yeah.
As a guy.
Yeah. And Mdase,
yeah.
When that happens, which is what when that happens, here is a guy, he likes you, he is not available for a relationship with you. that is when he breadcrumbs you. That is when he throws in the bomb
I see.
and gets you to, but he will never get to that point of
Pulling the trigger.
yeah.
I see.
I think, I don't know, I'm not a man, you'll correct me,
Yeah,
but I think
yeah.
in his mind uzixelela uba ithi ndimgcine lo
Yeah,
apha.
yeah. We experience the same thing though from you guys. Yes, we do. Maybe, yeah. I don't have a new special word for it, but I'll use the old word, which is being strung along, stringing us along.
That is,
You know, you are not sure about your feelings about a particular guy at that moment, but you're gonna just keep him around, keep him interested enough that he doesn't go until you sort yourself out and figure out, am I really into him? It goes both ways.
But there's nothing wrong when it is done by us.
Why not? Why is it right? You see, that's double standards. Why is it right for you and not right for us? Isn't it just fair game?
It sometimes it happens that you see this guy.
Yeah.
Well, there's different reasons.
Yeah.
One. You see this guy, you see that he's showing interest in you. However, you know indoba awukaqibi.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you could maybe going through a divorce, which is an experience of mine. That is why I'm mentioning it.
Yeah.
And you just want to finalize that first.
Finalize some unfinished business of yours.
Yes.
Right.
And you keep him there. But at least with us as women, the difference is when we string you along, it means there is an interest. However, with men, when they string you along, it means there is no interest.
I think there is an interest.
Aye.
There's an interest, if that's it. Just that I could also have unfinished business. I could be emotionally unavailable at that time. I'm deciding, am I going to open myself up for this relationship now?
So what do you do? You string.
Yeah, you know, you just keep the fire burning, just hot enough,
Okay.
but you don't want to get real flames. You don't want to, because here's the thing as well that we as guys are afraid of when it comes to you guys. Your expectations as ladies are high, meaning in a way, Yoguti, once I commit, once I show interest, immediately you guys, your expectation goes there. You start seeing the wedding gown, you start counting the grandchildren and so on. You start planning our house decor. You go there. So I'm afraid of causing expectations in you that I'm not ready to fulfill yet. But Oksala, I am interested. But it's dangerous because I could hurt you then. You see?
It is for that very reason that when you have unfinished business, then do not pursue nobody till you're done. Till you are emotional. Ufuna ntoni ku relationship ungekho available emotionally. Where now it happens sometimes that you are not available for this person emotionally. Umfuna ntoni umntana abantu ungamyeki nje.
You know what it is, because okay, I'm not done, but ngiyakubona. But I know very well that I'm not the only one ukubona. I'm not the only one who's seeing you. So I want to book you.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid
someone else will take you.
Yeah, I'm not the only guy. I'm not the only one out there. So I'm just saying how things are. I'm not saying what's right or wrong here. I'm just trying to, explain what you're asking. Yeah.
I get dangerous.
That's where the danger is. So what happens to you as a woman during that time? You're breadcrumbing. What's going on in your mind and heart?
Okay. There's different things that you go through.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah.
And depending on where you are,
right,
as a person, because there's bala zonke. There was a time, when a guy did that to me.
Yeah.
I jumped right into it.
Sure.
I could tell that guy uyandifuna.
Right.
I could tell okay, there's no way he's going to be saying these things to me unless there's interest.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, it could be that the reason why he's not yet asking me on a date or just making it obvious, it could be that he thinks I'm going to reject him. Oh, do you understand?
Which is another big factor for us, by the way. Yeah.
And so to help him, I made it a point in Doba, Magayas in Doba. I am also in this, like,
okay.
Okay. And so, boy, was that a mistake.
Oof.
It was a mistake because, indeed, the guy was really not available emotionally.
Okay.
The guy was really going through a lot.
Oh, see.
Was he interested in me? He was.
Yeah.
Did he like me? Did we even get into a relationship and got engaged, had a child?
Yeah.
We did.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
And I thought at the time I could be that person there for him to
find himself. Help him heal, help him get ready.
Yes,
absolutely. Assist him to be emotionally available. You thought if you could stick around long enough, but he would turn. He would reach that place that he needs to. And when you'd be there, Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. But now.
Yeah.
Now things are different.
Yeah.
Things are different for me because I want a man that has dealt with himself. And so breadcrumbing no longer works with me.
Okay.
Being strung along no longer works for me. So ubudiza.
Yeah.
Umuntu dropela ama hints.
Yeah.
I don't do hints.
You don't respond to hints.
I don't respond to that.
Sometimes, there's something to be said about being afraid to come on too strong as a guy. That can chase you away also as a lady. If I come on too strongly, if I'm forceful, if I'm too assertive, if I'm too clear about what I want, if I'm just going for it, I can also be scared that you are going to freak out and say, oh my God, this guy's too fast, this guy's too forward.
Okay, what is coming on too strong?
Well, I mean, I see you on Facebook, I DM you, I talk to you 1, 2, 3 days, I want to meet you. I want to take you out.
Talk your experience in this. Tell people your experience.
You put yourself out there, for her. Let her know my clear intentions for you. Listen,
how are you letting her know?
Oh, you're even saying it.
Oh, okay. No, that is
You're
clear.
giving consistent attention. You're there with attention. You are sending the flowers. You're sending the chocolates. You are making sure that she knows that you are very clear about what you want. And then in other cases, some women will see that as coming on too strong. Other women appreciate that. And I think that's you. You appreciate the clarity.
Yes.
But I know. Good to this is what you want. Others will say, oh man, no, chill, bro. Wait a minute. Hey, you're suffocating me. So we get confused. So which is which? Is it just a case of women are different?
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
It's a case of women are different because I'd appreciate a guy sending me flowers.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate a guy being very intentional, being clear about that he wants to be with me. I would not appreciate being strung along. I would not appreciate breadcrumbing.
Yeah.
So can you see it's a matter of how different we are as women.
What does it mean, Ukshelwa, in 2022?
In 2022?
Yeah.
You've just said it.
What does it mean, Ukshelwa? what does it look like? Back then, Dala Ukshelwa looked different. These days, for the modern woman right now, Ukshelwa, how does it look like?
It looks like a guy asking me out on a date to get to know me.
Okay.
We go on that date. We sit, we enjoy a meal, and we get to know each other. We get another date and another one.
So, okay. So the dating, we're not talking about being in a relationship now yet. We are saying that dating, going out.
Yeah.
That is communicating ukshela or interest.
Yes.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
also the reason why, when I know that I'm not interested in a guy, when he asks me on a date, I refuse. Because I know in
All right. You know how you work.
I don't want
Yeah.
to string him along.
I get
I
you.
don't want to raise his hope for him to think that there could be a possibility of a relationship. And therefore, if I know that guy and him without Nandi, can I take you out? I'm like, no, thank you, I'm fine.
Are you not denying yourself the opportunity of maybe discovering another side of this guy that, you know, that you could only see in person and that could make you be interested?
That's a good question, Dase. However, I do know, I think that bakhona man abafana ovela uthi umjongile nje uqonda ba yo hayi akasoza lenza ixesha.
I hear you. Okay.
Just like with you guys, I think there's women also for you that you just look at and you think about hi enkosi. So no amount of effort is going to change that.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
I get you. All right. So Ukshela is not necessarily yet like back then in the days maybe of our parents. Ukshela was to say, ngiyakuthanda, ngiyakufuna, ngifake, ngifaka noma uyangikhipha wenzani, keke ntombi nengana basket yangena emarket.
Uyazazi izinto. Did your dad tell you?
Doodle Madonna, whatever they say. I'm too good, whatever they say. So you can be shared out without the explicit words. It's the actions that
count.
That can be translated into this.
Absolutely. The actions, him being clear and telling you what his intentions are.
Okay, so that is important as well.
It's very important. And you go on those dates, and then eventually, I mean,
No, we just try to educate our friends out there to say this is what women want. And you see, like, in the beginning now,
yes, so you go on those dates. Obviously, you keep talking, and obviously, as a lady, I know that there's no way this guy is going to be taking me out on dates unless there's interest. It could happen that on the second date, on the third, he tells me what his interest about his interest, what his intentions are, and obviously, if I've gone on dates, I'm also there. So Ilando Guti, I like you. And thereafter, hey, when
So Mtakade, we are Christians, right?
Yes.
When does prayer feature in this whole beginning process?
Okay.
Are we praying in this early stage? Are we praying already? Lord Almighty, here's a guy. He's in my DMs. God Almighty, the Holy Spirit, reveal to me the intentions of the heart. God, is He the one? Are we praying already, or are we giving ourselves time to explore first, and then when we realize, hey, now the heart is feeling something, something is starting, then we start praying, Lord, before I take this forward, I really need your guidance. What do we do?
We pray even before we approach anyone.
Oh, yeah.
When you are at that point in your life where you know that you'd love to have somebody in your life, that is when you start praying about it.
Sure.
Because okusalayo obhuti bahle obhuti baza approach abebaninzi, and if you are not in prayer during that time, you may find yourself in the wrong relationship.
Right. Yeah.
And prayer,
then getting hurt, man.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. And prayer also includes Ndoba. You can even ask God the kind of partner that you're looking for, depending on where you are in life.
Sure.
And personally, I always advise that find yourself first.
Of course.
Find yourself first before you can bring somebody else into your own life.
Find yourself, find your God.
Yes. Because when you have not found yourself, you're not only confused, but you also confuse your partner. So when you have found yourself, you are even a blessing to your potential partner.
Right.
And okay, Mandiyeke.
How shallow is it of us to not be so focused totally and I'm leading now to a big argument that's not an argument, but something that's there in the church, and that is only date for marriage. Only date for marriage. Okay, that's something that's taught in the church. Okay, how shallow is it of us if we're exploring people that we've not already decided yet whether we're going to marry these people? Then we are allowing them into our space based on looks, based on charm, personality, and all the other nice things that we like. We've not had that big conversation with ourselves and God about destiny yet. Is this person going, are they in line with my destiny? Are we going out? Do we have the same vision and same direction in life with them? Because those are deep conversations that we have with ourselves and God. But is there something wrong? Is it shallow of us to just say, hey, nice personality, nice guy, nice girl, let me get to know them, let's go out a bit.
Is it shallow?
Is it shallow? Is it simply put, is it wrong?
There's a saying that there's many ways of killing a cat.
Yes.
And in as much as we can have certain measures in place for relationship, it does not change the fact that it may happen that you meet somebody, or even the girl being the one approaching you, for instance.
Yeah.
And you end up having a beautiful relationship that will last and get married. And
yeah.
And so I go back to it being an individual thing first.
Right.
Of really finding you and
Yeah.
knowing you.
Yeah.
And therefore, when you are in that position, you are able to know what is good for you.
For you.
And where you are and where you are headed.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
This is it's matters the heart are tricky.
They are, especially because siyabona.
Yeah.
You know, you sometimes we've done that so many times where you were just attracted by a guy because we type.
Yeah.
You know that types.
Yeah, there are types. Yeah.
We type a guy and you forgot to take it back to God. You forgot to.
Yeah.
You know, you just know by umhlelo
Yeah.
or umhlelo bhuti.
Yeah.
And you go with that. And many a times iyaslimaza leyo.
But you know what the danger is when you take it to God and you have already gotten yourself emotionally entangled with this person.
Meaning it's late when you do that.
Yeah, it's now, I mean, it's very difficult now to take anything to God objectively.
Yes.
Because you know what you want and you feel what you want. And now you're like, okay, I'm praying about this, but Intlizio is already here.
Has already decided.
You know, is that really an objective decision as well, you know? So we got to be careful of that. To say, listen, like you're saying, as early as possible, these things must be covered in prayer, just like anything else in our lives. It's sort of a unique, special situation, this about relationships. Anything in our lives, even if it's a new job, moving to a new city, friendship, cover these things in prayer so that you are guided and led by the Holy Spirit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I'm not about to ignore what I like and what I think is going to make me happy.
Yeah. And because God is your father.
And just because I'm going to pray about it,
He will still give you.
You're right, though. He will give me the desires of my heart.
Because he knows
right.
Ndumiso ubathanda beso.
Yeah.
In as much as you can have that
Yeah.
because there's more to it than just maybe the physics.
Sure.
There's more to it than just there's a whole lot.
Sure.
Which goes to me asking you about generally, not Ndumiso, just in general as men.
Yeah.
Bafuna ntoni, like what are they looking for when it comes to being in a relationship?
In a relationship now, right? Before we go into a relationship that biggest thing we think we want is sex. That's what we think we want the most.
Okay.
We think that's the most important thing.
Okay.
When you're in it, you realize the greatest need that you have is respect. Is respect. So, as guys, we want respect. It's how we are wired. This has nothing to do with being traditional. And I could just funa abo yebo mama. I mean abo yebo baba, kind of women who will say yes to everything and go with the flow and not have a voice. Abantu abazosiguqela mabesilethela ukudla. It's not that we would want that, but respect. That's a huge one. That is on top of the list in any long-term and serious relationship. To know that, okay, maybe I should describe how respect looks like for the modern man.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Respect means you acknowledge my authority in your life. That doesn't mean I'm in charge of you. That doesn't mean I'm always right. But I have an authority. I am responsible for leadership here. And especially when we're married and God appoints me as the leader of the home, I need to know that you acknowledge my authority as a leader. You acknowledge my needs. You do not speak down on me. Emotionally, you do not cut me down with your words.
Okay.
You trust my leadership. And that's big because trust takes a while to build, right?
Yeah, it does.
But I need to know that you acknowledge that, hey, my opinion matters, my word matters here. And you are going to protect me. Yes. Even in my weaknesses, you're going to protect me when it comes to your friends, your family members, even church people. You know, one of the things that causes some men to never go to church is the fact that our women respect that man called a pastor more than us.
Oh,
Cool. And that's not even in the will of God, is it? You know, so that's one of the things.
Okay.
Yeah. For you, as women generally, what point can you raise?
Ave singasokolisi thina. Because there is this narrative yoba we are complicated beings, and shame we are not.
Guys, I think you are. But explain.
Sifuna uthandwa.
Yeah.
As women, we just want to be loved. And understanding how that comes across. Apagoti is time. Make time for me as your woman. Prioritize me as your woman. And we want to be heard.
To be heard.
Yeah.
To be heard.
So it shows that a person uyakuthanda when they make time for you. Ekumamela. Esenza little gestures, flowers, going out, spending time with you. I think time is the most important one. And just have time. That's it.
But it goes with Moti, the most important one. It goes with the individual love language of a woman, right?
Yeah, that is also true.
That is now my love language. No, I mean all of us have got love languages. So even for a lady, uguti, what love means to you will be tied to your own unique wiring and your own love languages. Uguti, what speaks to you?
You know what comes to mind now is that wiring that you've just mentioned, but it's tied down to your own wiring. Hey, but we'll discuss it in another episode. You know, I once shared this with somebody that it is very important to enter a relationship when you have healed from anything.
Something else,
Also, another wiring in this case of what we're talking about today, is that of how you were raised by your own parents.
Yeah.
You know, you come across men in relationships who are not good at communicating.
Yeah.
Men who, when you speak to him as your partner, maybe we are something.
Yeah.
They will see it as an attack. Obviously, I guess one may say it depends how you speak to them.
Yeah.
Speak when you disagree with him. He sees it as an attack, and it matters not how you bring it across. You could bring it in a love letter.
Yeah, okay.
Kiss the envelope, give it to him, but because you are not agreeing with him, he will. And it goes back to, how did you grow up? What was around you?
Yeah. That could be caused by two things in us as men.
Okay.
Our upbringing in terms of culturally and in the home, meaning you don't even need to have had your father tell you explicitly, or your uncle tell you explicitly, don't listen to a woman. It doesn't even have to get to that level. There are homes where those kind of words are said, but it doesn't even have to get to that level. It's all about modeling.
Yes.
What did you grow up seeing?
Yeah.
Okay. The second thing is what you just described is caused by insecurity. It's a deep insecurity problem if I feel that any kind of challenge and any kind of questioning is an attack against my manhood.
It
right?
is. It is.
It's insecurity.
It is. It is.
We need to fix that as guys.
And there's women who come across, unfortunately, men who are very insecure. Some of them, they are called narcissists. You come across a man who is very cold and emotionally unavailable. And this has got nothing to do with not ready to be in the next relationship.
Yeah.
But it has everything to do with how a person grew up and the fact that he never received, or she never received, attention, love, or they grew up thinking that the only way for me to be accepted by my parents is if I do 1, 2, 3. And if I'm not doing that, they take away the love. And you experience that person differently from a person who grew up in a home where it was full of warmth and love.
So they understand love to be performance-based.
Yes.
I get it if I do something. Unconditional love doesn't exist in that world. You're right, because I'm picturing one of the manifestations of this in a man. That this is a man who will always overcompensate.
Yes.
He's always in performance mode. He's always in a mode of wanting to do. And some of these men then deprive their women of actual time, actual presence, because he understands love as him doing something out there, whether it's making all this money, doing and achieving all these things, and that's his way of love.
Yeah.
But his woman is just asking just for your presence.
The
kids are asking just for your presence. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess it goes back to really understanding your partner's love language.
Yeah.
And understanding that you are a gift to them.
Yeah.
And them understanding that they are a gift to you.
Yeah.
And when there's that understanding that I'm actually a blessing to this person, she's a blessing to me. I'm blessed to have them. They are blessed to have me. There is nobody. We are in this together.
Yeah.
You want your partner to be a better version of themselves.
Right.
And the same applies with you. Okay, Ndifunutin, cut this part.
Oh well.
But yeah.
So in your description of love, I heard you mention things that have to do with romance.
Yes. Injalo.
Is it safe to say that most women?
Yeah.
That's critical. That's important.
It's very
romance, and of course, it can look differently to different women. Yeah.
Jonga, you know, a woman, uye wamthanda, ayazi ba uyathandwa, umphixesha lakho, she flourishes. You don't even have to ask her to submit.
Right.
You don't say
Right,
that.
right, right, right.
You never use that word. It just comes naturally.
Right.
And I think it does that. That happens because she's positioned. You know, she feels empowered.
Sure.
And
That's big.
it becomes very easy for her to, you'll be treated like a king.
So are you saying that a loved woman can even do better in the workplace?
Absolutely. Jonga, it glow.
Yes. It glowed us.
She will do better everywhere.
Wow.
And who gets to benefit?
Oh yeah, it's you.
the
He is
partner.
the man. Yeah.
And
yeah.
who must lead this thing?
Yeah.
Uba.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
lead it. As you said, that
Yeah.
position of a man is
Yeah.
that of being a head in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, lead by doing what is expected of you.
And the Bible says in the book of Proverbs 31, let's see about the Proverbs 31 woman, the man is praised
Yes.
at the city gates because of her.
Yeah.
But nkosikazi wakho ndoda.
It's a win-win situation when you look at it.
Yeah.
Everyone flourishes. It's beautiful.
Right.
It's the kind of relation or marriages that when you look at, we are zibawela.
I get you.
There's
Yeah.
this young doctor guy and his wife.
Yeah, almost.
Umusa.
Yeah, Dr. Musa Lizo.
It got everyone talking, that one.
Man.
It got everyone talking because there are people who think that it is abnormal.
Yeah.
And there are people, it was two sides.
Yeah.
Others
Yeah.
were thinking, but this is too much. This
Yeah.
guy is now obsessed.
Yeah.
Others were saying, but this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, most women, if not all women, were saying, this is beautiful.
Right. And that example alone can cause us to have just an hour conversation just by itself. That conversation, or rather that whole incident that happened on social media that got dragged out for some weeks and is still being talked about even right now, shows us what our thoughts and what the condition of our hearts is as a nation
Injalo.
and a society when it comes to love and black love for that matter.
I even lost a crush because of his opinion on that.
Seriously. Wow. It's why does it scare us? It really comes from a place of fear. It scares us, and wow, look at this guy. He's so loud about expressing his love for
his wife.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, if you prefer to keep your relationship private, it's okay. But it doesn't mean that his way is wrong.
Yes.
And if Umusa was a guy who was cheating, a guy who didn't love his woman, a guy who was beating up his wife, we were going to attack him.
Yeah.
We were going to call him names. But here he is on the opposite extreme of that spectrum. But we are still attacking him?
Still being judged for that.
Aye.
For loving his
Something
wife.
wrong was There's something wrong with us.
I lost my crush because
You disagreed on that.
I realized where his heart was, where his thoughts were when it comes to this kind of love or that kind of love. I realized, I andizolunga.
Because you saw that he won't give you that, because maybe that also represents what you needed,
Yeah.
what you like.
Yeah.
Loud expressions
Do
of
you
love.
know what he said? I hope he's not watching this.
You probably will.
This guy said women are creatures that need confusion.
What?
Yeah, he said
I'm
that
listening.
women need you to have a bit of toxicity.
Wow.
If you pay too much attention and you love her too
Wow.
much, she will get bored and leave you. So you must show interest and be there. And then when she starts coming,
Wow.
you pull back. And I was like, oh, this guy is all about mind games.
Listen, let me say this as a man. That is some high-level BS.
It is.
That is nonsense.
Now you see why
Yeah.
he lost me.
No.
Because he was showing interest in this guy. And
But that's manipulation. That's manipulation.
It is.
Yeah, no,
He was
that
showing
cannot
interest,
be.
and I was also showing interest, and I thought to myself, no, it's just a matter of time before I'm
Not
I'm
this.
in a relationship. But then when I saw that, I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. In fact, I asked God for a sign. But should I? Should I not?
And God speaks through red flags.
Yeah.
God speaks through red flags. Don't ignore red
Don't
flags.
ignore them. Yo.
Don't ignore red flags, ladies and gentlemen. Both sides, men and women. But guys, I've also expressed a tiny complaint, kind of related to what this guy said, okay? Concerning certain women.
Okay.
And these are women I believe that need healing and so on. Women who love bad boys. Women who love, who are drawn to toxicity. No. The standard of love. And we need to go to God. He is love. Listen, He is the standard of love. The right standard of love is not toxicity. But I have also pointed this out, that I have noticed how certain women are drawn to toxicity. And I've been dumped before for being a nice guy.
Oh, askies.
So you're too nice. You're too nice. So all the things that you mentioned that must be done, I did all of them. I was doing all of that, and I got dumped for being nice because there was no drama.
Meaning you were dealing with a woman who had her own issues.
Yes. So, Umisteri, maybe he made a good observation, but his observation was on the type of woman that is toxic in herself, needs healing herself, but that is not the standard of relationships that is correct or that we are talking about or encouraging here. But have you seen that women love bad boys sometimes? What causes that? Is it a stage of a woman's life, a corner?
It is.
Yeah.
It truly is. And now I see it as a stage and also feedback about yourself, that there is something, whether it is in your past or it is a childhood trauma that you need to go back and heal.
And sort out. Wow.
So anytime that you find something that is toxic, beautiful, and you want to be out of that, it is because you yourself, it's a reflection
of yourself.
You know what? Actually, it is a reflection. Even being in a relationship with somebody, they reflect you. And they do.
That's big.
And that is why when you
guys hear that, that's big. You attract what's already in you.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
So if you're wholesome and healthy,
you get wholesome and healthy.
You attract what's wholesome and healthy.
And you are able to see, if you are a woman, you are even able to see when a man is attracted to you, and you can pick up that this guy is has a potential of being abusive or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You see those red flags, Nji. You don't ignore them. You are able to see, but up.
What kind of red flags, Mbatha, do you say women should look out for in abusive men? Listen, I know women can be abusive as well, but listen, our problem in South Africa of GBV and abuse really lies on us men as well. So I will allow this part of the conversation to be one-sided.
Okay.
To say, let's look at abusive men. We won't talk about abusive women yet, but abusive men. What kind of things should a lady look out for? And maybe I'll share some of my ideas as well about it.
Okay.
What do you think?
Controlling.
Wow. Control.
That comes in a form of, I love you. That is the reason why I am behaving in this manner.
Damn.
Making you feel less of a person.
Yeah.
Not in a so obvious way. I'll make an example. A man can say to you, you know what, you are beautiful, but if you could lose 5 kilograms, or you're beautiful, if you could just go and change this about yourself. That is a red flag. That is screaming, do not run.
When is that a red flag as opposed to your man genuinely being concerned about you and just advising umuntu wakhe?
That's a good question.
Yeah. What is it in his tone? Is it in his intentions? How do you see?
It is in his tone. When it comes from love,
Yeah.
you will receive it like that.
You feel
You feel
the love.
But when it comes from belittling you or making you feel less, it has a condescending tone. There's a tone
That's
to
it.
it
That's
where
the one.
you
Condescendence. That's
yeah,
the one.
Because I, for one, have told somebody that you need, but how I tell them and the intention as well about that, it's also very important.
Yeah.
So you know when right now he is telling me to lose 5 kilograms because he cares for me, because it's for my health, and he is or he is telling me to lose weight because this 5 kilograms because he is making me feel less. You can pick it up yourself.
You can pick it up.
You can tell.
Wow.
You can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell.
No, I get you. Mbatha. So another need for men, if I can go to that, is that men, we need support.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, we need support.
Do tell.
I'm talking about a man who's handling his business. I'm talking about a man now who's pursuing a vision in life, who's working and pursuing something. A man of significance, a high value man. He needs you to support him.
You said a high value man.
Yeah.
Can you describe him for me?
A high value man is a man of significance who knows who he is. He's clear about his purpose, or he's on his way to pursuing clarity on his purpose, all right?
Okay.
A man who knows that who has a sense of responsibility towards you and if there are children and so on. A man who's got a big vision, right? A man who's building something. A man who's not self-centered.
Yes.
He's generous. He is concerned genuinely about other people as well. It's a high value man in my perspective. As a woman, you could tell me, and as women, you could tell me and other guys what high value man means. But if a man is like that, one of the greatest gifts that you can give me is your support. I need to know that you're in my corner. I need to know that even if I come with an idea that's not so good, not so polished, you're not going to dismiss me, but you're going to help me polish it. You're going to do what you can to contribute. You're going to incubate it. And that's why, as women, you have wombs. You incubate seeds.
That is big.
And you must know that as men, that women are incubators of seeds. You bring something great, you share it with her. She's got the power to incubate it.
Yeah.
And it grows with her involvement, with her inputs, with her presence. It grows, it flourishes. Okay, now that's a high value woman.
Yes.
Right, but I need your support. I need to come back from a bad day at work or handling business out there, come back and I'm feeling at my lowest, and you need to make me feel like a king. You need to allow me, number one, to be a baby in your presence, and no one will know or should know that side of me. And even in my weaknesses and when I make mistakes, you supporting me means you still make me feel like a king. But you also correct me where you feel I need correction. I must be accountable to you. But yes, we need support, because here's the thing: a man will gravitate to where he's supported.
Yes.
And you don't want no other woman supporting your man more than you are.
Ndiyakuvya. Hayi bavilo sisi apha.
It is civil.
No, civile.
Yeah.
Civile.
Yeah. Give me one from your side. What?
A high value woman.
No, just what? Another point about what women need.
What women need?
Yeah. I've given you two now, respect and support.
Okay. I gave you love. I gave you attention. Support as well.
As well, okay.
Support.
How does it look like
support.
for you guys?
It looks like, I'll just give you a scenario. If I'm your woman and I'm busy pursuing something,
Yeah.
I need your words of encouragement.
Right.
I need your support in terms of just being there,
Yeah.
being available for me,
Yeah.
listening to me if whatever, if I'm going through something with my hustle,
Yeah.
listen, have an input,
Yeah.
wash my car.
Those are now acts of service, right?
Yeah.
Acts of service, washing your car, filling your tank.
It's also support because
Oh, it's
if I'm
big.
driving somewhere to a meeting and my car is dirty, and
Yeah.
they take it to the
Yeah.
the car wash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's big.
it's just being there. It's just being there, however way you can, depending
Yeah.
on what your partner is busy
Yeah.
with. Or be there,
Yeah.
show support, show interest in what she's doing.
Right.
Be available. Be
Okay.
available.
Yeah.
Injalo.
Nyakuzo, sis, nyakuzo. Another one that guys need.
Okay.
What do men need? Men.
Ezininzi ezenu, yeah?
I know, sis, you're fine. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna say another one for us.
We're trying to get to the bottom of this. Nifunani kahle kahle,
Okay,
yabo?
I just thought of one.
Is it?
Go on.
All right, I'll come.
Okay.
Sex,
Okay.
physical affection.
All right.
For us, it's not so much about quality as it is about quantity.
Oh. Okay. Hey, umuntu uyafunda namhlanje.
Quality is good. I mean, yeah, quality is good. It has to be intimate. It has to be this and that, da 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 da. But frequency is also something big for men.
Oh.
You guys can go on for 2 months or a month without it, and if you had one good one, you could go on. But for a man, testosterone, I hope I'm not getting it right. I think testosterone gets restored in the body after 24 to 48 hours again.
Oh.
So in essence, it's possible for a man to be sexually aroused every 2 to 3 days. Frequency is important, and you have got to be available in this area, without making me feel like it's a chore or a favor. And don't use it as a reward or a weapon. A weapon formed against me. Don't use it as a weapon. Don't use it as a reward. I need to know that you want it to. I need to know that you know that it's important to me and you're going to make an effort. Limit the times that you say no.
Hey. Hi, Ndiago. Okay. I hope you guys.
Yeah.
You're hearing this.
So physical affection is huge for men.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the one, like I said earlier, it's the one thing we go into a relationship or a marriage thinking that we want it the most. But what we really want the most is respect and submission. But this is also right up there in the list.
Right.
Let me hear you.
All right. For us, it is giving, receiving gifts.
Okay. Gifts, right?
Spoil us. Like.
Speche.
Yes. Yo, ibambile. Obuti baba peche, and we love receiving gifts.
Yeah.
And it matters not the value. What is important is the intention behind the fact that you understand that just a box of chocolates will make her smile. So it's not about how much that gift is, but rather the fact that you thought of her when you were at the shop and you saw that chocolate bar and you know that she loves chocolates.
Yeah.
Very important.
I've had women complain though about the value of a gift. Like, he bought me cheap perfume. He bought me a
that's
cheap
shallow.
necklace, cheap earrings.
No. We spoke of high-value women
Yeah.
and high-value men.
Yeah.
A high-value woman will just appreciate that gesture.
I get you.
So if somebody is going to complain that it is cheap, well, come on.
Yeah.
Really now.
Yeah. I want to agree with you with you on this, that we have to be generous as men. We can't label all women as materialistic. God made them. They want this need. Shopping is therapeutic for them. It's how God made them, guys. Eve arrived in the Garden of Eden and everything was in place. Everything was provided for. Everything was there. Eve worked because she wanted to work, not because there was a need. Now, yes, by all means, ladies, build careers. Let's build 2-income households. Let us contribute, to, the financial well-being of a home and a relationship. Do that. But guys, we gotta know. We gotta know that we are the providers.
Yeah.
This is not a traditional or a religious role. It's how God, it's the order of God, I believe.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
But I will ask women, and I must be careful because it's going to sound like maybe I'm contradicting myself or maybe I am making an excuse. I'm going to ask that as women, you do not be hard on us if there's a season when I cannot perform in this area.
Is that a question or you're telling?
It's a request.
Okay.
It's a request. It's a request from me to women, or maybe from guys to women. There'll be seasons where I can take you on a vacation. There'll be seasons I cannot. There'll be a time I can put in 3,000 rand in your account for you to do anything. There'll be a season I cannot. There'll be a season I can take you to Signature Restaurant. There'll be a season I cannot. Be patient and do not value my manhood or my value in this relationship based on that.
Yeah.
But clearly noted, and that's what you've said.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. I think the ladies have heard you out there.
Yeah.
Now a whole lot of us know what men want and what they do not want, and how to spot a high value man, and that we must be patient.
Yeah.
And that we must singavimbi.
Yes.
Timana.
Jesus. Hallelujah.
And the important one, the respect.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one thing that I'm thinking about, which it sounds like light and all of that, or trivial, but we need a playmate. Someone to play with. Someone to do the things that we like doing. Someone to hang out with us. Someone to watch soccer with us. Someone, if we are going to say, let's host a bride, you're going to be there as well. You're going to be interested.
That is why it is key
Yeah.
to be with a partner who compliments you
Yes.
in those areas that are important to you.
Right. And to communicate needs. Boys and girls, both of us on both sides, we have got to communicate our needs. Remember, we just threw out things that are general here, but there are things that are more important to you, less important to you. But you also things that we didn't list today. There are so many. Communicate your unique and special needs to your partner.
Absolutely.
If we communicate, we can do anything.
Communication is key.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I hope you got something, ladies and gentlemen, from this. I hope.
I got something. I showed
I hope you learned something new. Yeah, I did too.
I did
too. And you dropped some real good advice and gems there. All right, are we gonna play the game? Let's play the game.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're gonna play a game before we go.
How many words are we having?
3.
3. Oh,
Yes. I'm going to mention 2, 3 things, 3 people, 3 places, or 3 anything to Nandipa.
Okay.
And she has to say to me the first thing that comes to her mind.
Okay.
Yeah, like in seconds, wham, bam. We were not getting deep on this one, but we're just going. Okay? First word for you is money.
I love money.
Of course. I should have expected that answer. Yeah. All right.
Money makes things easy. It makes the world go round. It affords one a beautiful life.
Yeah, options.
Beautiful experiences. It gives you options.
Yeah.
And therefore, I love money. And
Yeah.
money loves me.
Yes, girl. Come on now.
I have a very good relationship with money.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
Me and money are like this.
Okay.
I like this. I love money. You say money, I smile.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I get you. Your turn.
My turn.
Yeah.
I didn't think of anything, but I'm have to say something. Okay. Michael Jackson.
Wow. Greatest male entertainer of all time.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. He had magic, man. You know, he had an anointing.
You did.
You know what I'm saying?
You did.
Yeah. Oh, man, the greatest male entertainer of all time. No one like MJ. I think he was taken, or he left too early. Maybe I think it's close to 10 years now, maybe since his passing.
Yeah.
May his soul
If
rest
not
in
longer
peace.
than that.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
and I think he had still more to give.
Yeah.
You know, there were a lot of controversies and scandals around his life, living, but I'm not going to take away his contribution to just pop culture, showbiz, and just generally the way of the world. Yeah, MJ, big.
Okay. So you think,
Yeah.
okay. Fine.
Yeah.
You're next. You're
Me
next.
next. 2024 elections in South Africa. 2024 elections.
2024 elections, the first thing that comes to mind is wise up.
Wise up.
Wise up. I think we all can see what is happening out there with the politics,
Yeah.
and the power is really in our hands.
Right.
We get to decide, and it will be foolish of us to continue putting the same people in position of power
Yeah.
that have proven to us that they cannot lead us,
Right.
that have done so much that is wrong. I mean, when you look at what is happening in our country,
Yeah.
you realize that it is slowly but surely approaching a very bad state.
Yeah.
That is when we speak economically.
Yeah.
And so now I hope that we do right
Yeah.
when we vote, and I hope we're watching and we realize that we so much has happened in the
Sure.
last many years since this particular party took
Yeah.
over,
Yeah.
and look at what is happening in
Yeah.
our country,
Yeah.
and decide
It is
for
country fixed.
yourself
Yeah.
if that is that what you still want moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you still want? And if it is, by all means, continue.
Yeah.
But if it is not, then you better change that.
Wise up.
So wise up. That's
All
the
right.
first word
Great.
that comes to mind.
Great. Your turn.
My turn. I had a word in mind. Now I forgot it. But I have to think of another one. Come on, Nandipa. Come on. Here's my word for you. Trinity.
I just thought of God. When you said Trinity, I thought of God.
Okay.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity. God is a triune being. The different members of the Trinity are personalities in and of themselves. He's one, but he is three.
Yes.
One of the greatest mysteries that we have. It can only be understood spiritually. And when I say think of Trinity, Trinity also speaks of us as beings. Spirit, soul, body. That's who we are.
Yes.
As well. Trinity also speaks of family. Father, mother, children.
Oh, wow. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, the Trinity, there's so many threes. That Trinity or triune trait can tie into so many things in life.
That's going to be a podcast on its own.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you've said...
Even in church governance, headship, leadership, membership in church. Headship being the pastor, leadership is team, membership the church.
wow, Muruti.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Yeah.
you just said a mouthful. With
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
Okay, it's your turn.
Last one from me. Slay Queen.
Slay Queen. I'm thinking beautiful. I am thinking taking care of yourself.
Right.
If you call me a slay queen, I am happy because it means that I'm taking care of
I
myself.
still don't know what a slay queen is. Really,
I think it depends
really,
how you define it.
Yeah.
And for me, I realize that society defines slay queen as girls who do not know what they want,
Yeah.
and they're all about getting money from guys.
Yeah.
Looking pretty,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh well, but this is nice. So I wouldn't mind being called a slay queen.
Slay queen for Jesus. I get you.
The minute they said beautiful women, I was like, I'm there.
Oh, all right.
I am so there.
Oh, great. No, this has been wonderful. Great show. What men want, what women want. Really hope it's been meaningful to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, please, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe and follow this podcast on the audio podcasting platforms, wherever you are listening from. And please share it, friends and family. Share the UnChristian podcast. We would really appreciate to you to help us to grow and to reach more people with this. And it's been great.
It's been great.
It's been great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for following us. Looking forward to having more of this with you. And we love you guys. We love you.
God bless you.